welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to the channel, guys. We all know that it has been a very, very difficult and emotional day to be a Barcelona fan, and indeed it has been a whirlwind past 48 hours with the departure and the unthinkable happening with Lionel Messi leaving the club and now having to start a brand new era. But tonight, at the Johan Cruyff Stadium, I've got to say, Barça provided a much-needed boost there, with energy, with intensity in their play. It was very impressive and really positive signs, you've got to say, especially from the younger players. We have beaten Juventus by 3-0, with Memphis Depay scoring again, another for Martin Braithwaite, and an absolute stunner at the death from Riqui Puig. It is all coming up, discussed in full, as we get ready for the new season. Because this right here is how Ronald Koeman elected to line up there in the Joan Gamper trophy. It was Neto between the sticks there, with Serginho Dest and Jordi Alba at fullback, and Raul Araujo there partnering Gerard Piqué at centre-back, with Clement Longley ruled out for 2 weeks with an injury problem. In midfield, it was Busquets, who of course is the new captain now at Barça, with Sergio Roberto, and interestingly there, Yusuf Demir playing in a midfield position there. He was sort of playing in what I would describe was the Pedri role there, quite advanced in midfield, making some really good runs. We will come on to that, with Griezmann, Braithwaite and Memphis there leading the front line, with lots of movement, lots of pressing and fluidity in those forward areas. And you do have to say, on a day where we did need that lift, on a day where things have been really, really difficult for us, Barça did not hang around in giving us that welcome boost. Just 3 minutes it took for us to get on the score sheet there, with Griezmann and Braithwaite getting involved in deep positions with some good movement, and Juve didn't see the move coming. Really quick play from Barça, electric passing there into Yusuf Demir, who's found a pocket of space. He easily releases Memphis Depay, who's in on goal, and you've got to say here, really composed finish from Memphis again. We've seen this right throughout pre-season, whereby he gets a chance in front of goal and he sticks it away. That is what you want there. Ice cool finishing, another goal for him, and already we as fans are really liking what we're seeing from Memphis Depay. And of course, guys, although Lionel Messi may no longer be with us as a Barca player, his achievements, his legacy, and indeed everything that he represented for this club will always remain in our memories. And I did like the touch there. It was a nice touch from the fans on the 10th minute. They were chanting Lionel Messi's name, of course. They're representing his shirt number at the club. And that is something, actually, I would really like to see continue into the new season. I don't think he should just be here a one-off. I think he deserves something that is a consistent message from our fans that, Leo, we are very grateful to you. We will always remember you. You're part of our history forever. And you do have to say as well there, right throughout that first half, I thought Barca were full of energy. We were pressing very high. It was good to see us winning the ball back quickly and making quick passes as well when we were in possession, and we were disallowed. And it was a really nice combination play there between Memphis and Griezmann inside the area. Those two again having some good moments. Braithwaite as well was involved in the proceedings. Griezmann then was denied by Szczesny. He was ruled to be offside. Otherwise, Yusuf Demir would have got himself on the score sheet once again. And there was more promise too down the left-hand side when Memphis was drifting a little bit further out there into a wider area. Roberto was breaking forward from midfield. Jordi Alba was making really good run there to get in behind, and Memphis again picking him out. And you do feel as though Jordi Alba will need to find somebody to link up with. We all know about his connection, his almost telepathic connection with Lionel Messi. That, of course, is not going to be happening anymore. And Alba there putting in a fantastic cross into a really good area, but we just didn't get anyone in there to tap it home before again there was another disallowed goal there on the side of Barcelona. This time it was Griezmann once again picking the ball up in that slightly deeper role, dropping off a little bit and playing it in behind to Martin Braithwaite. One-on-one there with the goalkeeper Szczesny. It's a good save from the Juve goalkeeper, and you've got to say, brilliant finish from Griezmann. The ball cannons back out to him, but he just smashes it in. Absolutely brilliant there finish from Griezmann, but sadly Braithwaite was ruled to be offside, even though on the replay, as you can see, it really really shouldn't have been disallowed. But I want to talk particularly about Yusuf Demir. I thought he was so effective there in that advanced midfield role, and he's already showing that he can play out on the wide right, he can play a bit more central. He is showing really good qualities and characteristics, and he was really impressive in the way that he was winning the ball back. He robbed Juventus there in a dangerous area, pressing nice and high, winning it back. He bursts into the box, has a shot there across goal, low and hard, really good strike on it. Very unlucky not to score. Demir showing what he can do and continuing to go from strength to strength right now, especially when we're in need of players in that forward line stepping up and showing what they can do. Another player, though, of course, that you do have to give plenty of credit to, and indeed the man who ended up winning the Joan Gamper MVP award. It was indeed Neto there between the goalposts, who was forced to make quite a few saves there, particularly in the first half, denying the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, also Alvaro Morata there on a few occasions. Neto parrying a few of them round the post, a few of them as well just getting his body in the way, and Neto really showing that if he is still here come the end of the summer, we don't know yet if we're going to be able to make the kind of sales that we've been trying to do all summer long. But given the fact that Ter Stegen is going to be out injured, Neto today showing himself in a really good light, either to play in this team or for somebody else out there to snap him up, because he showed quality. And certainly when you look at the second half, I didn't feel as though from Barca there was as much intensity, there wasn't as much domination. I think in the first half we completely smothered Juventus. We were really on top of them. They couldn't really get out their half. The only thing they were relying on was counter-attacking plays. But in the second half they did have a bit more of the ball. Chiesa was really good, I thought, when he came on. But it was 10 minutes there into the second half when Barca grabbed their second goal of the game. It was a corner kick there coming in, and Braithwaite came out of nowhere. He just arrived into the area there, breaking away from his man, making sure that he got free. It's a bullet header that goes beyond the Juve goalkeeper. Really good connection on it there. And you've also got to say, fantastic ball in from Memphis Depay. And I always do like to see a score from corner kicks. That is something I feel that at Barca we could certainly look to do more. We get so many corners during games. We get so many opportunities from those areas. We need to start making the most of them, especially as now maybe goals will be harder to come by. Before then, it was time for some substitutions, and this indeed started to get the crowd going, because Samuel Umtiti and Miralem Pjanic were two of the players who, when they were doing the presentation at the start of the game, they're bringing the players out, as you always do at the Joan Gamper trophy. They were two of the players who did receive some whistles and boos from the stands, and as Umtiti came on the hour mark for Ronald Araujo, he was quite clearly whistled there by the Barcelona fans. And it was also very interesting because it didn't stop there. It wasn't just when he came on, it was also then when he was on the field, when he was in possession of the ball, when he was passing the ball. Every single time there was whistles. Clearly the Barca faithful very unhappy and singling out Samuel Umtiti there, as his future still remains unclear. Emerson also came on to make his Barcelona debut. You had Collado as well coming off the bench, Nico Gonzalez too, and Raymond I. But there was a moment, a brilliant moment for another sub, Riqui Puig, because once again he comes on. We know that Ronald Koeman is not the biggest fan. We know there are problems, there are flaws in his game that of course Koeman is not very happy with, but he comes on and he does make things happen. He does have an impact, certainly, even if it's just off the bench. He comes on there, he received the ball in a tight space or manoeuvred himself well. He originally had his back to goal, but he just shapes it brilliantly, whips it with his left foot, and you've got to say, that is a stunning strike. That is a brilliant goal. Pre-season or not, that is a fantastic strike from Riqui, and as always, you get big celebration, you get a big smile on the face from Riqui. That is exactly what we want to see. And ultimately, guys, that put the icing on the cake. 3-0. It may be a pre-season game. We may not be able to read all that much into this, but what you can say is Barca today were up against it. Emotionally, we were very much drained going into the game. I've got no doubt at all that the players' minds couldn't have been fully on what was going on out there today. But I was really proud, actually. For the first time in quite a while, these players here, they did raise their game. They did put in absolute maximum intensity, and I want to say fair play to them. 3-0 today, a clean sheet, some fantastic goals. That is what we want to see. And at Barca, we will need now every single player to come together, to find it within themselves, to step up. Because we all know about the great player and the legend. We have to somehow find a way to replace. So that right there, guys, are the thoughts following Barca's Joan Gamper victory over Juventus. We are now just 1 week away from the new season. We also have a number of players, let's not forget as well, set to return from injury too. There was no De Jong today, there will be no Aguero for the next few weeks. There's also players there like Gavi, of course, unable to be involved due to injury. There is still plenty of potential and plenty of quality that we have in this team, but it's just about now using it and getting the maximum out of what we have. Please do let me know all of your thoughts down below. What did it make today of the performance as a collective and individuals? Who impressed you most? I will see you soon, guys, as the talk, of course, on the brand new season will very much continue, because we do have plenty of questions now. I'll see you then. Thank you indeed for watching. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.